rockin' designer on Instagram flexing. You walking around rich, but a bum. See me and my niggas, yeah, we gotta get it, cause we never had it, we come from the slums.
Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel. My name is Starrfoster and today I'm gonna go ahead and do a video. Hold on, look at my nails first. You can see them, they real cute. Okay, but I'm gonna do a video on the sign that the Lord himself gave me to go ahead and do away with my job. You know, go ahead and quit that job, cut them off. The Lord himself says, Star, it is your time to get the out of here. Okay, so let me give a little backstory. So I worked at a law firm as a receptionist or whatever, and you know, like how you think a job is super professional or whatever, and then you find out they're a little bit ghetto or whatever. That's kind of how it was. So you know, you find out, you know, it's a little bit culture, and you're like, oh, okay, this job is for me. I like this. I might stay here for a little while. You know what I'm saying? But then you know how those disorganized jobs always come with problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna get into that, but I knew they were like cultured because like the directors and the managers and the CEOs and stuff like that was smoking weed or whatever, and they was the director was she had a boyfriend at the job, but she had a husband, and they was sneaking around the hotel. I'm like, oh, okay, y'all got secrets. I was thinking that one day they got on my nerves. I was just gonna email her boyfriend on Facebook, I mean her husband on Facebook, and tell on her if she got on my nerves, but it just didn't end like that, and I ended up taking a whole nother route. But you're lucky, because I was sure gonna find your husband and I was gonna tell on you, baby. But anyways, let me get into the let me keep getting into the story. So where did I leave off at? Okay, so the job. So before I decided to quit, let me see, I was working there for like 11 months. It was real cool. You know, everybody they was decent, and you know, I'm thinking like I wasn't making decent money. Okay, I was making like $13 an hour, but this was like my first, you know, 13 hours hour job. I went from, I think, like $7.25 to $8.50, and then I jumped up to 13 or whatever. $7.25 was when I was working at another job. $8.25, $8.50 was another job, and this one gave me 13. I'm like, okay, you know, they upgraded me or whatever. I thought, you know, you had to have some type of experience, but that don't matter. I'm off track. But yeah, they paid me $13. And I'm thinking like, okay, cool. So they culture, they smoke weed here, they got drama. I'm getting 13. I'm just answering the phone because I was a reception. I'm like, oh yeah, I like this job. But like I said, they started getting on my nerves, and you know how it started getting hot outside, and now you don't want to be at work no more. They won't let me have my phone on the inside for one. So let me tell you what I did. When they first told me I couldn't have my phone on the inside, like at orientation, I'm like, okay, cool. This girl put me on. She's like, get an Apple Watch. And I'm like, an Apple Watch? And it was like, yeah, you can text on your Apple Watch and get notifications. I'm like, oh, for real? So I got me an Apple Watch when I first started the job. First day on the job, I had went to AT&T, got me an Apple Watch. It was over with. I was doing numbers on that Apple Watch. I was texting everybody, all my friends. It was, you know, I was getting lit. So then, like I said, they started getting on my nerves or whatever. So by this time when they started getting on my nerves, I think I was working there like 8 months. So then my friend was looking for a job. I'm like, I mean, you know, I could put you on this job. I don't know if you're gonna like it though, girl. You know, at this point, I'm downplaying the job. I'm like, I hate this job. This job sucks ass or whatever. And she's just like, you know, I still want to work there. I just need a job. Okay, so I got my best friend a job. So me and her are doing the same thing. Like, she's sitting right here and I'm sitting right here. Because at this point, for me to do my job, I need 2 people. And I'm going to tell you why. They kept telling on me that I kept getting up and using the bathroom, and I'm not supposed to leave the desk unattended. But I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if there's nobody else here with me, then, you know, I'm like, what do you want me to do? Pee on myself? So it's like just little stuff like that. Like, you know, people at the job telling on you. I'm like, why do you care about your job this much? You're old as fuck, and you're telling on me because I'm young, and you know I'm not gonna be here forever, but you are. I think that's why they was telling on me, for real. But it was telling on me and doing all kind of lame They was doing all kind of lame shit or whatever. And then I'm just like, okay, I'm done. So I told my best friend, I'm like, best friend, it's getting hot outside. You know, I just don't think I want to work here no more. So I usually have like a little, I wish I had the notebook, but I do think I'm gonna show you guys, and when I make a part 2 to this video, the voicemail that they left me when I quit or whatever. And I'm gonna tell you how I quit. So I wrote in my book, I was like, Lord, please let me know. I said, hold on, it's Tuesday. I think it was like May 26, 2019, I believe. I'm like, if today is the day that I need to quit, let me know, give me a sign, God, okay? So that day, I think I took my Apple Watch off. I don't know why I took it off, but I took it off. I went on break, and as I was coming upstairs, I dropped my Apple Watch. It shattered. My Apple Watch shattered, you guys. So when I picked it up and I seen that it was shattered and it wasn't working, I was literally like extremely devastated. I'm like, this is it. Like, this is the sign that the Lord gave me to quit my job. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew that I only stayed because I had an Apple Watch. So I'm telling my friend, I'm like, best friend, I'm finna quit because my Apple Watch broke. She's like, no, get it fixed. I don't think this is the sign. You know, like, she really like real deal trying to convince me. But I'm like, okay, you know, let me see, make sure, double check if this is the sign. So I'll go to AT&T and I try to go get it fixed, and they say that it costs $300 to get fixed. I paid $300 for the Apple Watch. So I'm like, okay, the Lord won't want me to go get a whole new Apple Watch or whatever. He just gave me a sign by breaking the Apple Watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he wanted me to stay, it would only be $100 to get it fixed or less. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I hear you, God, and I'm not finna take no, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna keep asking. You already gave me a sign, you know what I'm saying? I think she just really wanted me to stay because, you know, she just got the job, and she probably thought we was gonna be working together. You know, I thought the same thing too. But when Lord says quit, I quit. So I think it's like, this was really like a 3-day span. So when that broke, the second day I came back without the Apple Watch. When I tell you, I was so bored because they won't allow us to have our phones there. So when I tell you that I was so bored, like my heart was hurting. It was a big window. Let me explain. So I'm sitting right here, and there's like a big window like right there, and it was just like the sun was coming in, and it was just giving quit vibes. So I went on break. We had like an hour, 30 minutes, and by this time I think I like lived down the street from the job because I moved. You know how you move so you be close to a job? I think that's just doing too much. Now I don't recommend. Like, now it's like you there for life. Like, you making moves for this job, and I'm like, just don't do it. So I go home on my breaks, talk to my boyfriend, and like, he reassured that I should quit the job, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? And I still honestly had one more semester of college, you know, and I wasn't having no homework to do at the job no more anyway. So everything was like aligned, you know, no homework, so I can't, you know, lollygag. I ain't had no Apple Watch. It was hot. You know, my boyfriend said, he gave me the okay. Everything was just aligning, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, Lord, I hear you, whatever. So I go on break and I don't come back. You know how you kind of feel like a heartbreak? Like, I'm like, oh my God, this is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna come back. You know, this is kind of crazy. But at the end of it, what happened? I think they started calling me. I'm like, dang, why y'all looking for me? Y'all was, you know, about getting on my nerves because I kept getting up. You know, I basically, you know, took care of the situation. I just didn't come back. You know, y'all, I'm so problematic. You know, I gotta use the bathroom so much. I quit. You know, I basically helped y'all out. But no, they kept calling me. I'm gonna find the voicemail because what's funny is they let me come back to work. And that's gonna be a real part 2. Like, how did you come back after you walked out and then disappeared? Because let me tell you, I blocked the job, I blocked the director, I blocked the human resources lady, it was like a whole deal, and they left me voicemails, and I'm gonna find the voicemails and I'm gonna make sure I play it for you guys when I do a part 2. And yeah, so I'm just like, it's over with. So that was the sign that the Lord gave me to quit my job. You know, it was my Apple Watch. And to this day, I'm still not working. You know, I have my business and I have a whole bunch of other things that I'll probably end up talking about one of these days. But yeah, I mean, when you get that sign, if this may be a sign for you to quit that job. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm pretty sure the pandemic already, you know, boosted most people, you know, not to go to work anyways. But if you needed a sign, this is one. And yes, whatever. So if you guys like this video, you know, like, comment, and subscribe to me. You know, I just got my hair done because I keep on, you know what I'm saying? My edges don't look like how she did them, but it don't matter. They still look good. But like, comment, and subscribe. If you want this part 2 about how I was able to get the job back, how, you know, what I said to get the job back, and how I got them to pay me more. But yeah, thank you guys.